Welcome to the Monroe Music Showcase here at Music City Studios. We are coming to you live from outside in the back porch area of Music City Studios. I am your host, Mitch Laing.
And I'm Johnny Ringo.
And today, our band is the Vidrines. Now, Johnny's a little bit upset about this because, as you know, Johnny's the guy that does all the interviews. And,
unfortunately, I wanted to be here for this one, but unfortunately, my voice sounded kind of hoarse, so I didn't think that... I didn't want to get anybody sick, either.
You didn't think that the Tom Waits interview style would be a good interview style? So, tell me about the beginning days of your career.
It probably would have fitted, but I don't think they'd appreciate it. So.
But we had a fantastic talk with them. The Vidrines have been one of my favorite bands in the scene for a long time, and they've managed to stick around longer than most any band in this town. And
I remember I bought their first album, Put Your Mammal Hat On, at Spaz Records when he was at that location over there by the river, and that was probably one of the coolest albums that I'd ever heard, and that's still one, even if you listen to it today, it still holds up perfectly good. It sounds incredible. So yeah, these guys have always been one of my favorites.
So please enjoy the interview footage that we have of this groundbreaking band that have managed to basically be a staple of the music community in Monroe for almost 15 years.
And shout out to my boy Nathan Hexon from the Jim Dandies. One of my best friends. I love that guy.
So please enjoy the Vidrines. So welcome to the Monroe Music Showcase at Music City Studios. I am your co-host, Mitch Laing. Johnny Ringo is out sick today, and I'm very excited. I have the Vidrines with us here in the studio today. How y'all doing, gentlemen?
Glad to be here.
Hello.
Good to be here.
I'm Billy Vidrine. I'm a singer, songwriter, sweater.
I'm Ronnie Vidrine, and I'm also a singer, songwriter.
Johnny Vidrine, I play the drums.
Jamie Vidrine, I play guitar.
Nathan Vidrine, I play the bass guitar.
Alrighty, so I want to start at the beginning. Tell me a little bit about how the band started, when it was, and what the process was whenever y'all first joined up. What was the...
I guess we kind of evolved out of the open mic scene here in Monroe about 2003-ish, and
It's Cotton Port Coffee
in West Monroe, and we were all kind of performing separately, and then these guys started another band, and I was kind of brought in I kind of forced myself into it, and then...
What do you mean forced your way into it?
Another buddy was playing guitar, and they needed a second guitar player, and so he said, hey, come by and just play on a couple songs, and I ended up just playing the whole set, and just didn't get off the stage and just played, and then they were about 6 months later going to start another project, and so they called me, and so I showed up, and that's what became the Vidrines.
Well, every Saturday night, Carrie would go out to the rock and roll show. And she'd stare up at those boys in their tight girl jeans and their black t-shirts. And she'd say to herself, I could write a song like that, yeah. It'd be a song a lot of people would know. Well, life's full of sad songs, Carrie. A penny for your wish. I wish you'd never made it a subject. So she went to Walmart at 3 a.m., bought herself a cheap acoustic guitar, locked herself in her bedroom, and decided to learn how to play.
Little
One of the main things I want to talk to y'all about, that's probably the most impressive thing about y'all, is y'all have been around since 2003. So that means that y'all have been around for 14 years, which is one of the longest tenures of any Monroe band that I can think of, save maybe the Repeat Offenders. Maybe. What I want to talk to y'all about is, what is that like, keeping a band going that long? Because there's, like, every band, there's an amount of band drama, and that band drama does seem to break up a lot of bands. And to have a band in Monroe that's lasted as long as y'all is so impressive, and y'all have been increasingly good y'all's entire 14 years. And, like, how did y'all do that? How does that work with y'all?
It's tough to do that, but I've been in a lot of groups and none of them have stayed together anywhere near that long. I think the cornerstone of what's kept us together is communication. We're all really good friends. We all
still are.
Yeah, we all still are. But you know, keeping a really good, solid communication musically and personally, and we all live really close together too, so that kind of helps.
So I mean, of course, communication, like, is super important, but like that, every band, everyone says that whenever they're talking about it. Like, how do y'all make that work in real life? Like, what is y'all's relationship
Practice,
with
man.
practice?
That's how you get to
persistence, probably.
Carnegie Hall, right?
Just because we just enjoy doing it so much, it's just fun.
Yeah, and our band is always, I mean, we've never had a single person that was the center of the band.
It's a real band.
We started it as a collaborative, I guess, art project, sort of, you know, and it kind of grew out of that. So we're all,
wasn't a business decision.
There's no one ego that gets to call the shots and make everybody else angry, and at least not angry enough to leave.
That's true. And one another, if that's the number one thing that's the most impressive about y'all, the number two thing is just y'all's creative and original sound. Talk to me a little bit about y'all's writing process, and like, how do y'all come up with this stuff? I know that it's not 100% original because everybody draws influence off of everyone, but still, for the most part, like, it seems like every single song that I've heard y'all ever do, it sounds, you can tell it's the Vidrines, but it's not like, doesn't sound like the one before it, you know. And tell me a little bit about y'all's writing process for that.
Well, we all have very different interests and genres of music and stuff that we like, and we all bring those different sounds and interests and backgrounds to it, and when you get it together, I think that's what makes it sound like the Vidrines.
Absolutely. You know? And I guess part of it would be just my musical ADHD, just like, okay, we want to have a punk rock type sounding song, or we want to have a slow song, because whenever we first started this, we weren't really nailed down by any kind of, we started off kind of piano based, we had a piano player, but then he left, and so then we kind of had to figure that out, and it was just, we weren't locked into any one genre, I guess, so we could just do whatever we wanted, and so we can still, you know, just whatever we come up with, it's going to be, be us.
And nobody can tell you you've done it wrong if you're making it up yourself, right? Nobody's ever heard this before.
Watch them. slaughter board. The captain said nothing for a while, then saw the townsfolk gather. He gave his man a broken smile, and to the crowd he staggered. In his right hand was a chip cutlass, stained with time and tide. In his left hand was a blunderbuss, and from his lips he cried, "There's no man alive can make me fear. No beast can make me quake. I'm the sort of man who takes nightmares and startles them awake. Oh, the ocean's wide and the ocean's deep, so men best watch their stride. Oh, when the captain takes the wheel, you know the devil They took the captain at his word and stormed into the port. They put the menfolk to the sword, and the women were made sport. They painted the town with a coat of righteous people's blood, and had themselves the finest dimes since old Noah's flood. And stood apart from the fray, watching the rape and pillage, was the figure of Captain Slaughterboard, watching as death came through the village. There's no man alive can make me feel. No beast can make me quake. I'm the sort of man who takes nightmares and startles them awake. Oh, the ocean's wide and the ocean's deep, so men best watch their stride. Oh, when the captain takes the wheel, you know the devil
Driving distance to Monroe, basically, you know, New Orleans and
Jackson,
Lafayette,
Little Rock.
just kind of wherever we can kind of go, because
El Dorado.
we all have day jobs. This is not like what we do, but it's just what we do for fun, and so, you know, we're kind of weekend warriors. And you know.
Which isn't to say we wouldn't do it for a living if we had the opportunity.
No, we'd love to.
Oh my,
We'd love
yes.
to do
I'd
that.
sell out, but nobody's buying. We went to Texas in this van, and Johnny Ringo went with us actually.
Yeah, sure.
And
Forgot about
yeah,
that.
and I mean it was nuts. I'll never forget after that show. After that show, which you know was pretty sparsely attended, after driving for 12 or 13 hours, our bass player at the time demanded that we go to Jack in the Box. Was that where we had to go?
Oh,
Was
that
Jack in the Box?
Yeah,
and we were
the-
trapped in the Jack in the Box drive-through at 3 in the
45
morning
minutes.
for hours. I mean, it seemed like we were there
45
for...
That felt like hours.
It felt like hours. You have no idea.
That's a long time in a drive.
Time is so relevant.
45 minutes is a long time in a drive through.
That was the same show where we were surrounded, if I remember right, by the Poison cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Whatever.
80s tour, 80s metal tour, and we somehow got on that bill.
We were not in place. We were not in the right place.
No.
So rarely are we.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, that's half the fun, really. We
It is.
played at if you've ever seen the Blues Brothers, there was this place called the Steel Bridge out in Monticello, Louisiana, and somehow or another I got us a gig playing out there, and it was just like that scene where the Blues Brothers are playing in the
Country bunker.
the country bar, and except we didn't have chicken wire.
We didn't have a cage.
We didn't
to
have
protect
we
us.
didn't have any protection whatsoever. There were people coming up to the stage screaming at us to learn to play some country or get off.
Yeah.
I mean, it was-
They
I
were
mean,
genuinely
they were really
not
upset.
happy. They weren't heckling.
They were really upset.
They were angry.
One of those deals where your first priority is to get your gear secured.
Exactly.
Get out of there and get that gear secured.
And try and make sure.
As you're going in and out, they're on you.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. You can
it's tough to
vibe
do.
on
It's
that,
tough to
yeah.
do a follow up on
We've
that.
only
but-
been asked. We've only been asked to get off twice, I think. That was one
And we
of
got
them.
paid each time.
But we both got
Hey.
And I mean, I have no
Sure got
complaints.
paid.
Yeah,
Yep.
we got
We
The
got
silver
paid.
lining on that is at least these people were passionate enough about music to get up and say something.
Right.
Yes,
That's
I mean,
Yep.
Because now people just don't care.
There was no media
Yeah, well,
response.
and we've also outlasted both of those venues that asked us. to do
Yeah, we're all
There's
over
that too.
so,
We're the last band standing.
Yeah. House by house and I'm stumbling. I can't tell just who I need. I hear her modesty a crumbling. She's the very thing I need. And the clickety clack of her mumbling is the curtain between her and Saturday night, she looks like a magazine. And up jump the devil, up jump the devil, and he lays his hands, Saturday night, she looks like a house of I say, listen to the Venus burning. Squat inside a shed for a cry. Then I wander back on over through her yard of cinnamon and clover. Well, the grass is at night, they're all smeared with red light. Is the curtain drawing me to her? Saturday night, she looks like a magazine. Up jump the devil, up jump the devil, and he lays his head, Saturday night, she looks like a house
Man, that was awesome.
God, that was so good. Those guys are just such stellar performers. Just absolutely good musicians and good people, and just genuinely fantastic at their specific sound and genre. I don't even know what you'd call their genre necessarily.
Like they seem just to dance between all the genres. Some people are like, oh, they're a punk band. No, they're not. They're like a ska band. No, they're not. They're more like a blues band. Like, no, it's like, I don't know.
They toe a very weird line between like surf rock and blues rock, and like Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds and stuff like that, which is, it's unique for sure. I mean,
and it's topped off with the dual front man. Like that show wise is fantastic seeing them play. I mean, like it's different whenever you see them in the studio, whenever they have to kind of be contained, but whenever they're on a stage and they don't have to stand right next to the microphones the whole time, it's just you need to go check them out if you get a chance to see them live. They play a lot at Enoch's and stuff like that. So thank you very much for checking out this episode of Monroe Music Showcase here at Music City Studios. I am Mitch Laing.
And I'm Johnny Ringo.
Signing off. Y'all have a great day.